6 years ago, I, along with my stepbrother, back when he was a part of this channel, played a certain fighting game. 6 years ago. And what was that fighting game? The name of that fighting game was Skullgirls. Why am I mentioning Skullgirls? After, not playing it on this channel for 6 years? Well, there's a huge controversy surrounding it going on around on Twitter. Go figure. About the censorship it's getting. Now, what is the censorship? Well, apparently they censored a panty shot of, the main poster girl of the game, Philia. Now, you're probably thinking, why is there controversy surrounding that? That's good. Isn't that a good thing? Yes and no. It's a good thing because the character Philia is 16 years old, meaning she is a minor, and people are upset that they censored a panty shot of a 16-year-old female. And people are upset about that. Yeah. Crazy, I know, but it's also Twitter. What do you fucking expect? People are retarded. But while people are upset about that, people are like, it's a good thing. While, yeah, it is a good thing, because again, Philia is 16 years old, a minor, by the way. Fictional or not, still under the age of 18, so she is a minor. People who, again, don't even play the game, by the way, or have never played the game. It's been years since I've played it, but I have played the game before on this very channel 6 years ago, if you want to. I think I have a playlist of me playing Skullgirls. Now, I will warn you, quality is really bad, because I recorded it on a tablet I had back then, which, quite literally ended up blowing up in front of my face a few years, like 4 years ago. It happened, by the way. My tablet I recorded with back then quite literally blew up in my face 4 years ago. Obviously, I was left unscathed, but it did blow up, which sucks, but it happened. But again, the videos weren't that high in quality back then, and, my commentary, or whatever you want to call it, wasn't as good back then as it is now. Because back then, like, I was still, I'm small now. I was like 30 to 40 subscribers. I was at like 30 to 40 subscribers back then when I played the game. I was still nervous as hell when making videos a lot of the times. But you know what? When I was recording videos with my stepbrother at the time, it was actually a lot of fun, and actually started shaping my commentary and everything into how it is now. It started that, but obviously now it's way better. But yeah, again, Philia at 16 years old, a minor. People are upset about that. And then there's people on the opposite side that say, well, the game's rated T, so it doesn't need to be censored for children. It's not for kids. It's it's a T-rated game. The character is 16 years old. Of course they're gonna fucking center a panty shot of a 16-year-old girl. They should have done that years ago. Of course, things were different back then than they are now, so kind of got to give the developers some leeway there. But at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? It's a game. It's a fucking game. Who gives a shit? The game is over a decade old. The game came out in 2012. The game is 11 years old. So who gives a fuck if they censor like one panty shot in a cutscene or cutscene in the fighting game that's rated T? Who gives a fuck? Like, it doesn't hurt the game at all. Just shut the fuck up about it. It is so stupid that people complain about a 16-year-old fictional character's panties being censored, which, again, fictional or not, still a good thing, but there's people on the opposite side who are completely against it. Now, take this with a grain of salt. Don't quote me on this. I've also seen word going around that Lab Zero, the developers of Skullgirls, I think it was Indivisible or whatever that game was called. They're also working on a new game as well. Might be a Skullgirls sequel, not like Second Encore, which is a sequel. It really wasn't a sequel. It was more like an add-on than anything, really. Because Second Encore added, Beowulf, Eliza, and Squiggly. So, yeah, it was more an add-on than an actual sequel. It was just a big update, pretty much. Much like how Sonic Mania Plus is essentially just the same as Sonic Mania, just you get an extra mode and extra playable characters. But other than that, it's at the end of the day, it's still the same fucking game. But yeah, it's again, who gives a fuck? Like, it's an 11-year-old game, fighting game. Who cares? Just fucking play it and have fun. And that's that. But, it's people on Twitter, so of course they're gonna make a fucking big fuss out of it and everything. Of course, Twitter is also full of cancel culture. So, yeah, more people will laugh at. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you think of the Skullgirls controversies going around. I personally don't give a fuck about it. I find it stupid either way. Though, it is a good thing that they are censoring a character's panty shot, because, again, she's 16. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say on the situation for now. If anything else comes up about it, I'll let you know. If not, take care. Got another fighting game going on for Rage Friday tomorrow. Haven't recorded it yet. But, yeah. Stay tuned for that. Take care.